Luke chapter 2. But it came to be in those days that a dogma came out from beside Caesar Augustus, that all the dwellage be recorded. This recording came to be the foremost one, Quirinius being a leader of Syria, and they went every one into his own city to let themselves be recorded. But then also Joseph stepped up into Galilee out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, into the city of David, which any is called Bethlehem, because he was of the dwelling and father line of David, to let himself be recorded, together with Miriam, the one having been betrothed to him, being gestating. But it came to be in their being there, that the days of her to bear were fulfilled, and she bore her son, him the aforeborn one, and swaddled him, and reclined up him in a crib, because there was no room for them in the place of relaxation. And there were herdsmen in the same region, spending the night in the field court, and keeping their herds according to the watch times of the night. And an angel of the Lord stood on by them, and the glory of the Lord brightened on them, and they were made to fear into great fear. And the angel said to them, Fear not, for perceive, I will announce to you great joy, which is to all the people. Since to you was born today the saved guardian, who is Christ the Lord, in the city of David. And this is to us the sign. You will find the baby as one having been swaddled and lying in a crib. And out unawares there came to be, together with the angel, a fullness of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory is to God in the highest, and peace on the earthland, in human of well-deeming. And it became to be, as the angel came away from them into the heaven, then the herdsmen spoke to one another, saying, We should absolutely come through to Bethlehem and perceive this talk having become, which the Lord made known to us. And hurrying, they came and found up Miriam, beside also Joseph, and the baby lying in the crib. But having perceived it, they made known all the talk, having been spoken to them concerning this little boy. And all the hearing ones marveled concerning the things having been spoken to them by the herdsmen. But Miriam guarded together all these talks, casting together her planning in her heart. And the herdsmen returned below, glorifying and praising God on account of all which they had heard, and perceived according as it had been spoken to them. And when 8 days were fulfilled, circumcised him. Also his name was called Jesus. It was the name having been said under the authority by the angel, still before seed was taken up together into her body cavity. And when all of the days of their cleansing were fulfilled according to the law of Moses, they led him up into Jerusalem, so that he give himself as standby to the Lord, according as it is written in the law of the Lord. Every male thoroughly opening the womb will be called holy to the Lord. And that one gives a sacrifice according to that having been taught in the law of the Lord, a yoke of turtle doves, or 2 young doves. And perceive, a human was in Jerusalem, to whom was the name Simeon. This human was righteous and well-honoring one, being readily receptive to the beside call concerning Israel, and Holy Spirit was upon him. And it was to him, having been received verification from the Holy Spirit, that he will not perceive death, till, as it were, he perceived the Christ of the Lord. And in due to the Spirit he came into the consecrated site, and in that the parents led the little boy in with themselves, so that they may do concerning him according to that having been the custom regarding the law concerning him. He, yea also he received the little boy, taking him into the embracing arms, and blessed God, and said, Watchering mighty one, now you wholly loosen away your slave in peace, according to your talk. Since my eyes perceived your safeguarding, which you prepared in regards to the face of all the peoples, a light to the unveiling for the nations, and to the glory of your people Israel. And his father and his mother were marveling ones on the things being spoken concerning him. And Simeon blessed them, and said to Miriam his mother, Perceive, this one does lie to the fall and to the resurrection of many in Israel, and for a sign to which controverting is being given. But also a blade will come through you, through into the soul, so that, as it were, the evil, thorough over-considerations coming out of the many hearts may be unveiled. And there was a prophetess Hannah, a daughter of Penuel, out of the tribe of Asher. This one, being advanced in many days, lived before together with her man only 7 years from her virginity. And she was a widow of 74 years, who went not out of the consecrated site, but through fasting and with entreaties, worshiping night and day. And having stood up in the same hour, she like worded instead of others to God, and spoke concerning him to all those, being readily receptive to the redemption of Jerusalem. And as he had finished all according to the law of the Lord, he turned on into Galilee, into Nazareth, their own city. But the little boy grew and became hold-having, being completely filled in wisdom, and grace of God was on him. And his parents went yearly into Jerusalem on account of the feast of the Passover. And when he became to be 12 years old, and at the stepping up according to the custom concerning the feast, and after accomplishing the days there, in that they returned below, the boy abode in Jerusalem, and his parents did not know it. But concluding that he is in the caravan, they came a day's way length, and sought up him among the relatives. And not finding him, they returned below into Jerusalem seeking him. And after 3 days it became to be that they found him in the consecrated site, sitting down in the midst of the teachers, and hearing them, and asking on them. But all those hearing him were shocked on account of his understandingness and his answers. And having perceived him, they were churned up. And his mother said to him, Child, what did you do to us thus? Perceive, your father is being pained, sought you. And he said to them, What is it that you seek me? Had you not perceived that it is finding for me to be in that of my father? And they did not understand the talk which he spoke to them. And he descended with them and came into Nazareth, and he was subordinating himself to them. And his mother guarded thoroughly all the talks in her heart. And Jesus progressed in wisdom and the fully grown body, and in the grace of God and by human.